Steve, cracking month for you coming up, February. Could have, well, you've got 3 guys fighting for British titles on the 17th. Got Isaac Lowe and Jack Arnfield.
Yeah, it's a bit strange really. I mean, we've got our own shows and then we've got kids fighting on big shows and big events, and I don't think there'll be one as big this year as the Eubank and Groves for interest, because everybody's really talking about that being a genuine 50-50 fight. And then underneath it, obviously Jack Arnfield v Tommy Langford challenging for the British. See that as a 50-50 fight, and exactly the same with Isaac Lowe challenging Ryan Walsh for the British title. Now, there's some cracking fights on that card, you know, and it's on ITV pay-per-view, and I think it'll be a smasher because everybody will want to watch him.
We bumped into Isaac down at the press conference with Josh Warrington, didn't we? And he's looking in fine shape.
Yeah, listen, he's in a good place physically and mentally, which is good for Isaac, because he can get a little bit giddy, but no, he's really focused on this, and he's determined to be a British champion. And like I was just saying to you before, you know, there's a chance that VIP could have 3 British champions. I mean, I'm not saying we will have, but there's potential there, and you know, we could have 3, but all 3 could lose as well, because they're all in genuine 50-50 fights. We'll talk about the Joe Murray one later.
Yeah, well, I mean, and Jack Arnfield, I've just been over to the Isle of Man with a lot of the lads who are fighting on your shows on the 24th, the 3rd and the 10th of February and March. And Jack Cullen's been doing a lot of sparring with Arnfield, and he's saying he's on fire. Yeah, I mean, I've had good reports. He's been doing sparring with Dale Coyne as well, so you know, Jack sees this, even though he's ranked highly in the world ratings, you know, he sees this British title as a must-win for him, and something that he's always wanted to do is win the Lonsdale belt. So he's as focused and physically, mentally prepared in the shape that Isaac is. So, you know, it is a question that if they do lose, it won't be because what they've done in preparation for it. They'll have been beat by a better man, and you can't ask any more of your boxers that they do everything right, and they too have, yeah. And a week and a day later, at almost a home venue for us, because it's Victoria Warehouse where we have a lot of our shows. You got Joe Murray fighting against Lewis Ritson.
Yeah, that just come out of the blue, out of nowhere, and obviously there was only 4 weeks notice for Joe, but when I phoned him up he went, no, I've always been shouting people out and saying I'll do it. He went, I ain't turning this opportunity down. So you know, we run it past the board, and Eddie's got it through on one of these Next Generation shows, which is, it's a mad one. It's a Sunday night, the 25th, in the Victoria Warehouse in Manchester. I mean, in the morning, round the corner, you've got Manchester United playing Chelsea, and then in the afternoon, Man City are playing Arsenal in the cup final. So it's a great, what they call Super Sunday for Sky. You know, they've got United, Chelsea, City, Arsenal, and then the boxing in Manchester. So it's great for Manchester sporting people as well, you know, and it's just a fantastic Sunday, and hopefully that home advantage, even though he's a challenger and not the Sky fighter, hopefully with us getting that home advantage for Joe Murray, he can pull it off.
Yeah, and then you've got Scott Fitzgerald been added to that bill.
Yeah, well obviously Scott's signed with Eddie when he won the Commonwealth gold medal, and not been as active as Eddie normally keeps the kids, but that's been down to a few injuries for Scott. So he's injury free now. He's trained all through Christmas, so he's doing a 6th round on that one, and then later in April he's going to have his first title fight.
And that's going to be on the 21st show in...
That'll be on the undercard on the 21st of April.
We're going to talk about later.
Yeah, we'll talk about later. We've got a big involvement on that, yeah.
But before those other big shows come on, then we've got 3 consecutive shows, weekend after each, starting on the 24th of February at Bolton.
Yeah. I won't be able to go out like I did last night and have a few beers and get a Saturday morning hangover for the next 3 weeks, because we're going to be mad busy, aren't we? So yeah, the 24th of April, the night before the Next Gen one in Manchester, we've got a show in Bolton, and we're just changing a few things around, but it looks like I'm going to move Jack Cullen up to an 8th rounder for one of these little challenge belts and let him top the bill, because he's flying now, and he's seen that Dale Coyne's fighting for the central area, which is what he wanted to fight for. So he's getting an angry man, and he's performed well in sparring. So
well, like I said, I was over in Isle of Man with him, and we was chatting over the weekend about these things. He's 8-0 now. His last 2 fights have both ended up early finishes, and when you look at the people that he's been helping prepare for their fights, such as Eric Scotland, Callum Smith, and now Jack Arfield, the quality that he's
I mean, he's fought a lot of tough journeymen, hasn't he? He's not been fighting kids with winning records.
Which is what he wants now.
But he's learned from those fights, and even more importantly, he's learned from sparring top quality kids. So he's ready for a little bit of a push on now. And
a little bit of a record. The only guy at this venue where he fought last, only guy to put down Blackwell.
Yeah.
Because he'd been stopped before, but he never went down with a free stop.
Yeah, I think his power's not really shown because he's been fighting a tough journeyman, and I think once he starts fighting people who come and have a little go at him, he'll start getting the stoppages.
And then the week afterwards, we're going to Oldham. It's becoming a new venue for us, and we've just added Danny Wright onto the bill.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Danny's signed with Queensberry Promotions, and unfortunately there's just no big shows in the northwest for BT at the moment, so they're not keeping him as busy as we wanted to. So I've spoke with Danny and said I want to keep him active. He's always in the gym, he's always training hard, and he's always sparring hard as well. As you know, he goes down sparring everyone, Danny. So I said it'd be better if you keep active. So he jumped on our show with Oldham on the 3rd of March.
I suppose he won't mind too much because his stablemates are going to be on that show, aren't they?
Well, he likes fighting, doesn't he? And so yeah, Danny's over the moon, to be honest with you. And we've been told that he's going to be on the undercard of Josh in Leeds as well. So that made him buzz at the fact that he's going to be on a stadium show. So the kick in the teeth that they had nothing for him at the moment was smoothed over by saying he can fight on one of my shows, and then he's on a big show in May.
But it's 2 stablemates are on that. Jack Kilgannon and Joel Eco are on.
Yeah, they're on the Oldham show. Yeah, and Charlie Schofield's just jumped on it now. Obviously, we're trying to get a fight for Jake Borders to defend his belt. So, we're pushing on with that one.
Then the week afterwards, we're in Liverpool and we're on the road back to glory.
But we're missing Dale Coyne, who's fighting the night before on the 2nd of March.
He was going to be topping the show.
He was going to be topping our bill, and I was trying to do the fight, but Pat Barrett insisted that he was on a Black Flash show and he was going to do it, which is fair enough. He's the champion, so we danced to their tune, and obviously we worked very closely with Pat, so there wasn't a problem in doing that. So the night before, Dale Coyne's fighting Matthew Ryan, which will be a cracking fight for the Central Area middleweight title.
And then, like you say, well, after that, the 3rd is our show, then the 10th, again in Liverpool, the road back to glory, Tom Farrell.
Yeah. So again, another kid who's going to be fighting on the 21st of April show in Liverpool. Fazza, obviously, he's coming back from the defeat against O'Hara Davis, so he's going to fight on that one and fight again in April. So it'd be nice to get him a couple of quick wins back before we start putting him into title contention again. So he'll just be probably doing either an 8 or a 6 on both of those. Yeah.
Well, that show's full of quality kids, all local lads. And am I right? Am I hearing that you're going to be putting 2 debutants on that show, fighting one another?
Yeah, I am. I mean, it wasn't something I even dreamt or thought about, but one come on saying I should have fought him and let's have that fight, so I mentioned it to the kid and he went, yeah, I'll have that. So I think it's good for boxing that kids are prepared to have a fight on the debuts. I'm not saying it's right, I'm not saying it's wrong, but it is good for boxing, and like I put out in the press release the other day, it might show a few of the people who were like 10-0 prospects who wouldn't do this. So I think it is a bit too early to be doing it, but it's good that they're prepared to do it, and they both wanted to do it. It was them who was kind of pushing me to do it, so it's generating a lot of interest in Liverpool.
Gary Austin against
Mike Gerard and Gary Austin, yeah. And do you know what? They're both not young either, so maybe it is the right thing to do. But it's certainly not going to be the debutants going on R6 when we just start, we'll save them till later on because a lot of people are coming to watch it. It would just be a great fight, yeah.
And then we're back to, on the end of March, the 28th, you got a very exciting young fighter, Reece Mould. Going for his first, is it a challenge belt or something?
Yeah, we're going to do Reece Mould, and it's the first time we've ever done one in Doncaster. We got a Doncaster racecourse which I went to last week, and it's got a fantastic venue, so I'm looking forward to doing that. And you know, we've got big plans for Reece. So
potentially he's a very exciting fighter. I watch a lot of the spars with what he does with Josh Warrington and young guys at Low, and they're absolute wars.
Yeah, he's come on a treat, and that is exactly the reason why, because you know every week he goes in the gym to train and spar. He's got to jump in with Isaac, and he's got to jump in with Josh Warrington. So there's another featherweight who's just had one fight and won it for us. Jack Daniels is on that show as well, and he's in the mix with them now. He's going over on Saturdays from Leeds to Doncaster, and he's finding it the hard way, which obviously will improve him like he's improved Reece as well.
Well, he won the schoolboy titles 4 years consecutive. Don't think anyone had done that before.
He, as a junior he was a top amateur, and he got to the senior ABA finals as well, so he had a bit of time out, and he slowly catched the monkey with him to get him back into it. But you know, he's another talent. So in Doncaster, Dan Garber, and we've got a few of us, I'm expecting a good night. It's a Thursday night, but it's the night before Good Friday, so there's no work for anyone.
Dan Garber has got boxing in his blood, hasn't he? Because was it his uncle? Or
I think it was his uncle, yeah.
He was the last guy to beat John Fury, Tyson Fury's dad.
Yeah.
Was there at the night?
I was there. Steve Foster was fighting, so the CIS in Manchester.
I think Lee was on the show, wasn't he?
Yeah. He's had some good wins, Garber.
Then we're back to the big TV shows. Massive one for you down in London. Terry stepping up and going for his second world title. Yeah,
it seems a long way away, doesn't it? 14th of April, but it'll soon be all there. What we've got going on in between, and it's a great opportunity for Terry, isn't it? Just to become a two-weight world champion, and then hopefully after that we can start getting the big fights that he's been craved of. Got to win that one first. It's not an easy one. Again, Morris Hooker from America, unbeaten.
6'1", you think he is?
Yeah, 6'1", horrible.
Can bang a bit as well.
Boxer, he looks like he can punch, but listen, you don't give world title fights out, do they? So he's got to go and fight a decent kid. And, the mandatory challenge.
Obviously, the other main event on that show is Martin Moore against Billy Joe Saunders, and Martin trains in your gym at the back here. With
he's training with Jamie down there. So it'd be nice. We'll have some local company down in London, and hopefully, I'm just waiting for a good fight for Jack Flatley to be announced with the title on there as well. So hopefully next week, Lee, you can go and see Jack, and he'll tell you what it is as well.
Well, didn't he fight his last fight down in London as well on the same night that Danny Wright fought?
Yeah, he fought down in London on one of those charity dues.
And then now this is a cracking show. The Echo Arena. We've got Masha and Tommy Coyle.
Yeah, Superman and Batman, isn't it? Yeah. So I think there's going to be some fun on the build up to this fight, and there'll be no more fun, obviously, for us all watching it outside the ring, because I think it'll be a great fight, and obviously with me being involved in the two of them, I just hope that the best man wins, or even better for me, it'd be great if they had a fantastic fight, had a draw, and had to do it again. So. Good luck to the both of them too. They're going to put on some entertainment on the build up to the fight, and it'll be entertainment in the fight. I mean, that's sure to be a great fight. Well,
you've got a few lads on there. I mean, they've got another cracking fight which should have happened last year at the BT convention when Ryan Mulcahy wanted to defend his title against Bilal, and for some reason it didn't happen.
Well, it wasn't like Ryan wanted to defend it against him. It was him shouting out when he interviewed. You did an interview with me, so he asked for it. We did it, and then he pulled out saying that he wasn't going to Liverpool and we weren't paying him enough money, but it was a non-TV show, so obviously he's getting a bit more money now off Matchroom, but he's still got to Liverpool, and I think it'll still be the same outcome. Eventually, Ryan Mulcahy will build the kid up, and when he does, it's good night. But you know, Bill potentially could be winning the first few rounds. He's a big, tall kid with a long reach, and he might make it hard for Ryan, but I think eventually Ryan will get to him, and when he gets to him, it'll be all over.
Yeah, it's a cracking fight, both identical records, both very confident, so we'll find out on that night.
He's got the needle, which Eddie loves on his shows, hasn't it? So we can build that one up.
That's going to be the night that if Scott comes through this fight on the 25th, he'll be fighting for the title on that show. Yeah. If Scott fits, touch wood, everything goes well on the 24th of Feb, Scott will be fighting for his first title in Liverpool that night as well, yeah. And again, another outing for Fazza, as we spoke about earlier. Yeah, but Fazza's a massive ticket seller, you know, he did 600 tickets for this fight with O'Hara Davies, so obviously Eddie's keen on looking after him, and he can fight a bit as well, so I think Eddie knows there's another title opportunity for Fazza to come very soon, yeah. Yeah, definitely. What do you think about that? O'Hara Davies now is obviously a left guy, and he's just gone to Frank Warren. It is what it is, isn't it? I mean, there's dafter things happened in boxing, haven't they? You know, what have you got an opinion on O'Hara? I mean, everyone seems to have an opinion on it. He's a fool, isn't he? I mean, that's just me opinion on it, and I don't really want to go into the politics of what he was saying about the paper and everything like that, because I don't really know too much about it. But he has said he has said daft things before about things that he shouldn't be commenting on. So you know, what you said about Robbie Davies. That's as low as you can get, isn't it? And you know, when people come on and apologise, maybe first time you see it as genuine, but when they're having to apologise 3, 4, 5 times for things he said which he shouldn't have said, it's not right. No. So you can certainly fight though. And then massive one again for you, Leeds Arena, Ellen Road. Ellen Road for Josh, yeah. I mean, the mad thing, I mean, he talks about destiny, you know. Don't think many people know this, but they're doing a film on Josh. It's the same company did on AP McCoy, where they followed him and watched him win the 20th National Hunt or whatever it was, jockey on the trot, which obviously is the first and probably the last time anyone ever do that. And when we sat down to go through the script's ending would have been perfect if he won the world title at Ellen Road, and let's hope it's an happy ending. I'm quite confident that it's going to be that. Yeah. We're probably the only people that, besides Josh and his team. I was reading some of the little comments, you know, on the videos and everything. Yeah. No one gives him a chance. No, they don't. Bookies are not even giving him a chance. 4-1, I think it is. Yeah. I mean, the bookies aren't wrong often, but every now and again they do make a massive mistake. And my personal opinion on it is it's a 50-50 fight. You know, boxing skill-wise, you'd have to put Selby slightly in front of Josh, but Josh has got a lot of other attributes which would make him slightly in front. So, genuine 50-50, I think. Big crowd at Ellen Road might be the difference, push it through for Josh. And like I was talking before, that I think a lot of people who were thinking it's a one-horse race and there's only Selby in the fight are looking at it from 3 years ago when it was first touted as happening, and maybe they would have been right then, but over those last 3 years Josh has come on a hell of a lot, matured physically, you know, he's learned a lot. And like I said the other day to his dad, this fight can't be any more harder than that Amagasa fight that he had. You know what I mean? Selby can't punch any harder than him. He can't be any more awkward. You know, might have a little bit better footwork, but you know, there's a lot of things that I think is in Josh's favour. When it was first talked about, which was over 2 years ago now, if it would have took place then, I don't think any of us would be as confident as we are now. Yeah. But for me, you know, I put a few comments on there and people have been laughing, you know, at what I've said, but, you know... Listen, everyone's entitled to opinion, aren't they? And like I was saying, there's cases you can say Groves will beat Eubank
and make it that convincing, you wouldn't think it was a fight, but you could spin it on your other head, and there's ways you could turn around why Eubank should beat Groves and make it so it looks like it's not a fight, it's a one-horse race for you. And I think that's the same with quite a lot of the fights we've been talking about today, which is one of the reasons everyone's excited with boxing again, isn't it? You know, this World Series seems to have took it to another level, and even like our debutants fighting each other, you know, it's like, well, come on kids, let's have a fight. It doesn't matter if you lose, you know, you can learn a lot and come back from it. And the public are paying good money now to watch a lot of fights, aren't they? And the public are also paying good money for pay-per-views, so they've got to deliver. Armfield and Langford, Walsh and Lowe, fantastic fights. Murray and Ritson, we never really spoke about that. What a good fight that is, you know what I mean? Murray's Olympian and calling everyone out, and he's just had quick 8 wins for me in 2 years. Why does people think Ritson's just going to walk through him? Because he's had one good win at British level. Yeah, so he might be the next coming, but he might not be. So let's see what happens in that fight as well.
No, it's really intriguing because, like I say, we could be sat here at the end of May, and you could have a double world champion, another world champion, and 3 British champions. As well as other titles.
And look how quickly these 3 British champions have come from. So if you're talking that end of February could have 3, you've got March, April and May, there's another like 10 weeks before Josh fights, could have another couple. You know, we've certainly got kids in our stable capable of winning British titles at the right opportunities.
I know that, mate, I know that. I get to I'm lucky enough to go.
So hopefully 2018, I won't have an heart attack and drop dead. I'll just be excited and be part of a great year of British boxing. And you know, with Sky and BT competing now, hopefully forcing certain fights, it's going to be brilliant.
Yeah, well said. All right, well, I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks a lot again, Steve.
Yeah, no problem. Cheers, Lee.
See you later, mate.
Bye. Bye.